I'm 29 years old. I work for the city. I'm autistic. I wear hijab. I'm Catholic. I use a cane when I walk because of my fall. And those are some of the things that make me different. We'll leave that there for now.
Okay.
That, I guess, can be filed. It's an old bill. It's not accurate.
I've been involved with Sara since she was born. I was in the delivery room when she was born, and they lived next door to us. And in fact, while she was in high school, she moved in with us and lived with us for 5 years. We've always understood that Sara was on the autism spectrum. Originally, back in junior high, they classified her as Asperger's, and now she has many of the behaviors of someone with autism.
My life is a little hard, but it's okay. Autism is not the easiest disability to cope with, but I've learned how to deal with it.
Her general knowledge is very good. So it's her behavior that causes her the most problems, and interacting with other people. She gets upset easily, she overreacts, and she will get demanding, and she can get quite angry and holler at people, and this doesn't go over well in public. So it has caused her problems in the past.
It's just the way I am. If I'm not stubborn, I wouldn't get anywhere. People don't listen to me. People don't let me do the things I want to do. People don't believe I can do the things that I want to do. They think that a person with a disability can't have a grade 12 education, can't go to university, can't take care of children, when I can do all of that. Thank you very much. They think a person with a disability can't hold down a job. I can.
Abilities at Work is a recruitment program at the City of Edmonton designed to employ people with intellectual disabilities. It got started up in the summer of 2013, and really the basis behind it was that we found that people with intellectual disabilities just weren't able to compete on our typical job postings. And so with Abilities at Work, we have customizable positions. It's a partnership with 6 different community organizations that provide a lot of different support, and it allows for a kind of meaningful inclusion of people with intellectual disabilities here at the City of Edmonton. Since Abilities at Work started a year and a half ago, we've created 25 different positions, and the people working in those positions have a wide variety of different intellectual disability. Anything from Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, maybe autism, or it could be a disability that just doesn't fit quite as neatly under one of those labels. Sara was the first employee that we hired through Abilities at Work, so it was a really interesting position to try to create at the Employee Service Center. So we worked with Gateway Association from the get-go to try to create a position that really lent itself to the abilities that Sara was bringing to the table. She's a very meticulous person and great with numbers. So she works at the filing area of the Employee Service Center, working with employee records.
Most of the job seekers that come to us, they all have developmental disabilities, but often their IQ is too high, or for whatever reason, they're not able to get funding through the provincial government to get supports, staffing supports basically, to help with things like daily living skills or finding employment. So they'll come to us and we'll help them in their employment search. So we do things a little differently, I think, at Gateway. We think of ourselves as a very holistic organization. So what we do is we work with the job seeker to really just get to know them as well as we can. And so when we're looking for jobs for someone, where their best fit would be, we look at things outside the box, even like their best environment, best times of day for them to be working. We ask them questions like, what type of supervisor is best for you? Which is the best way for you to receive your duties or to be told what to do? Where are some of the challenges and how can we help? So we look at so many different things, and then we go and start approaching employers.
Sara's been in the position for a year and a half, and she knows the team at the Employee Service Center really well now. She does a really great job, and she helps improve the efficiency in the employee records area every day that she's in.
Before the city, I never held a job for more than 6 months, and it's been very good. Well, everybody accommodates me, everybody likes me, nobody complains about me. Unless, of course, I'm doing something wrong. Everything just works with this job. Everything just clicks.
We found that what Sara really needed to help be successful in a work environment was an area that could be quiet, where she could have her own space. And this ended up working really well over at the Employee Service Center, because the employee records room, it's a really nice, quiet space where she can focus on her tasks.
I think Sara has added a lot to the workplace environment. She's quirky. She's a very interesting person. So I think sometimes working in an office, working with files, might not always be the most exciting position. But I think she brings something to that team that no one else can.
They think a person with a disability can't live independently. I do. Although I have my grandma around as my go-to, I basically do live independently. I basically do live by myself.
She lives in subsidized housing. She is not the best housekeeper. She occasionally needs reminders and someone to get after her. But she lives with her cat, and that's good company for her. That's her baby. And she looks after herself quite well. She's quite independent that way.
I love my cat, Izzy. Izzy's everywhere. Even if she's not there physically, she's there in spirit. She is there. This day, I take a bed. I guess I trust we figure out trust. It's not temptation. I love being Catholic. I love Jesus because I just love it. The rituals, the prayers, everything's just so routine, so lovely. I just love it. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. I wear a hijab for the same reason why the nuns wear their veils. It's about surrendering to God.
It's important for the City of Edmonton to be an inclusive employer, because we want to make sure that we have a workforce that's reflective of the community that we serve, and because it's just smart recruitment. Because any company that has a diverse workforce is going to be able to better handle issues that come up. You're going to have a more creative team and better leadership that's able to adapt to different situations.
My life has improved quite a bit ever since I started working for the city. Having a job makes me feel good, included in society, because everybody else has jobs in society. If you don't have a job, you can't survive. Because you can't pay your bills, you can't pay your expenses. Aged or assured income for the severely handicapped is, believe it or not enough to live on. Even though it is fairly substantial, it is not enough. I think everybody should hire people regardless of their abilities or disabilities if they are able to do the job. They learn to understand people with disabilities. They learn to understand people who are different.